Once again, Energy's Us Productions presents Pittsburgh Poltergeist Prattle. Today's topic, death Knaptisms. Baptisms in plasma that could cause death and destruction. And action. Hello, welcome back again so quickly. Having great luck today, sort of. Okay, this is us. Feel free to copy and share anything I teach or record. Please consider anything I teach I do not author. Pondering that it helps enhance the 100th monkey effect in newly unified fields. In other words, people intuitively catch on to what a lot of y'all are thinking. Any questions? See my past videos. They're all quite short. I'm not active on social platforms at the time. I'm fully caught up on Rumble with my video postings, and I'll try to get caught up on YouTube. BitChute was too hard to upload. Back to today's topic, death Knaptisms. And remember, as we'll discuss something later, remember plasma is the fourth state of matter beyond gas, liquid, and solid, and interacts with all three, as we will see later. And death Knaptisms, what? Quantum wicking from, say, a lake top, a dried up lake that's all smooth, comes through solids as well. It comes through in water and solids through the gaps. There's 99 or some percent open space in every atom. A surface draw, quantum wick is through rock and water. Surface draw would be from surrounding planes and atmosphere, plasmasphere. It gets drawn in, clings, and compacts. Remember we mentioned electron overwash in the past, and compacting it, how it becomes more magnetic and more conductive and a higher velocity of toroidal field and becomes more magnetic as a result, and then draws in more, and so on, like the Lahaina fires and the crucifixion. And we'll see here some other things that happen to ships and whatnot. And yeah, it compacts it, and we went over that. So it expands its conductivity. In other words, it exponentiates, expands, expounds, and expands, which means that in layman's terms, it trades and shares everything it possibly can in great detail. Yes, share all. And source from inner, outer, and above, in you, out of you, above you, in the planet, off the planet, or on the planet, and above the planet, heaven, hell and earth. And max magnetism maintained is, like I mentioned of the World Trade Center, if you use the magnet to do toroidal field velocity braking, spelled B-R-A-K-I-N-G, perhaps the other way as well, it would relieve it of that collection. Let's say the iron of the big boat is under great stress, so it becomes more magnetic, like the Christ guy did, draws in more plasma, compacts the plasma. It causes molecule composting, we mentioned, by eliminating electrons from electron crowding or overwash. The water then changes around the hull from water to hydrogen and oxygen, which causes the boat to list and sink like a hot spoon in ice cream. And also makes the metal crack easier because it puts like an air between the hull and the seawater. And that's it for that page. And destructive examples are Joshua at Jericho. Jericho looks like her echo, Mother Earth's echo. I looked it up. He had 40,000 people out of 600,000. If you divide 40,000 by 600,000, it comes to 0.0666666666. And we mentioned before how the silicates in the rock get inclusions within their crystal structure and soften. And cymatics, sudden brightness causes all that plasma to rush in as well. Different color brightness, like a Burning Man. And yeah, we went over Earth Mortis obsolescence and some other videos about destruction of the World Trade Center. The Titanic, it probably cracked and didn't hit it didn't hit an iceberg. They probably just said that to get the insurance money. Just my opinion, allegedly. And the Edmund Fitzgerald, they were carrying a mineral called taconite. Oh, taconite. And it's 20 to 30% magnetic iron ore, 26,000 tons. This word dielectric transformer came out of my mouth explaining the structure of the taconite ore. And you can see the word di is in there. And it is a dielectric transformer is non-conductive gas, liquid, or solid that polarizes near electricity. Also, as it draws in, you'll get sudden dust storms, windstorms, power fluctuations. And the East Gate, the wall in Jerusalem across from the Mount of Olives, someone don't put your empty trash cans in my yard and fill them there, Automan. And Automan is a zinger joke about a guy that makes the kids go to a certain place, whether they want to or not. Controls their motion. Other destructive examples are bone damage, arthritis, rheumatism, sore muscles from electron overwash, phantom aches, programming in plasma, returning from old pains, tears, fears from emotional upwaft in plasma, unauthored emotions, memory wash, memory bumps, etc. Waist pain, especially if you have a belt on, that's because your bone structure thins right there going upward from the hips to the backbone. Tooth damage, rock and crystals cracking, etc. Dense haunt lingers. As you feel haunting in the house, it makes your legs feel like I kind of want to stick to the ground. Thanks to Cash in reference to GAN's possibilities were many. Generators, comms, plas programming, kill virus, fungus, unify water ponds, insulate, snow accumulation prevention, plant growth, demolition, self-defense, communications. I'd also like to thank Trump. He was right again about me saving Christianity. Number 29, the 29 that died on the Edmund Fitzgerald and the drone that took the pictures, those who inspired us. Denise Williams for the song Let's Hear It for the Goy. And Denise of JGMI for reading. South Park cartoon. Ginger Cow and Van Halen, you'll have to look that up. And especially Rucka Rucka Ollie, his song Life is Over. But thank you, help me understand why GI buddies ego condition each other with, and you also show a lot of hard truths and humor. They have to make sure their comrades in arms don't overreact from emotion. And I'm very glad you're a lifesaver. And I'm glad you didn't die when you tried to commit suicide. We all love you all very much. Thanks for listening. Bye.